Days in, you had to practice out in the stadium. How did things go today?
There's some good and some bad. Kind of any spring ball is like that. We're installing a lot of new stuff and throwing a lot to guys too. So there's mistakes. The biggest thing I was looking for is who was going to show up, be ready to go and fight and be tough. And we got a lot of that on that team. On this team, I don't think we have enough. And so we're going to keep pushing them and helping them to understand the expectations we have, and we got a long way to go.
How was it to have the fans in the stands and have people maybe give you a little bit of support, cheering here and there when big plays happen?
It's good. I think most of the people in there were probably family. I think a lot of the guys are having fun and they're enjoying what we're doing right now. So it's good to have family. We're gonna have a barbecue with them right after this, so we'll get a chance as coaches to meet some of the parents and siblings, and that's always a positive. I want this to feel like a family, and they're welcoming to it.
How do you think players have responded to coaching throughout camp?
It's been good. I think the guys were hungry to be pushed and to be challenged. We started that right away in the weight room. But there's some guys really responding to that and really giving us effort, and there's some guys kind of dipping their toe in. And we need a bunch of fighters out there, and guys are going to be ready to go no matter what. Drop of a hat, they're ready to play football, and they're going to fight for their brothers. I think that culture needed some cultivation. I don't think it was there, and we're going to do our best to try to keep building it.
How does it feel to be back on the field here?
I love that field. I have a lot of good memories on that field. It's beautiful. It's beautiful weather today. Good day to be out on the field. A good day to be a night.
What do you think from the quarterback position out there?
Quarterback, nothing has emerged yet. All four guys that are taking reps right now have done good things. What we really have to eliminate is the mistakes. For as many good plays as we're making, one catastrophic play hurts you worse than three really good plays help you. So I need guys that are seeing the game faster, making good decisions, and we really got to eliminate across the board with that group the catastrophic bad plays that are going to get a team beat. So we got to keep addressing that. I'm waiting for somebody to step out front and take it. And right now, there's a lot of guys doing good things, but nobody that's really taking it and run with it.
What do you see out of your offensive line in this game?
I thought early on in this practice, the defense came more ready to play than the offense. So we need more get up and go and just some tough attitude from those guys right from the beginning. As practice went on and as we had some more competitive drills, that got better. But that can't be a part-time thing. That's got to be the standard, and I don't think it was today.
Coach, since we're still kind of in the learning process of the season, what can you take from this scrimmage that you're going to kind of apply in practice moving forward?
As a coach, you want everything to be perfect immediately. What I do know is we got a lot of really good kids that want to be good. We got a lot of speed. We're not there yet. We're a long way from being there. But I think back to 2016, our first scrimmage out here in the spring, I was discouraged coming off that field. We couldn't do anything. I think Adrian Killens caught one swing pass and went 70, and otherwise we didn't do anything good, or at least it felt that way. We're doing some good things. There's just a level of speed and precision to execution that has to happen on every single play to make it work, and we're not there yet.
How have you seen the defense respond to Coach Grinch's system?
The defense came with it today. They had energy right from the start. A lot of eyes on the ball, a lot of hats around the ball, and they got a lot of turnovers today, which is good. As a head coach, it's good for the defense and not good for the offense. But they added some good pieces there to some good pieces that were already here, and I think they're starting to gel a little bit as a defense. So overall, I think they probably won the day today. Some good and bad there too, but I feel like that group's coming together.
Scott, how would you evaluate the progress of the early enrollees, particularly at wide receiver with Jenkins and Nate Charles?
We got some early enrollees, freshmen, should still be in high school. The biggest factor in playing early isn't necessarily talent, it's how fast can you adapt to college, how fast can you be a grown-up. Are you dipping your toe in the water? Are you diving in head first? I give a lot of the freshmen credit. They've come in and really made their mistakes full speed, which is what we want to see. And I think there's several guys that have put themselves in position to have a chance to have some playing time this year.
As you're learning about this roster, has anything surprised you after working with the guys?
No, I don't know if there's really been any surprises. This is Florida, and we're fast. I'll say that. We got to play that way all the time. Every day something surprises me, either in a good way or a bad way, and then we address and try to fix those things and move on. That's another thing we have to do better is when we address something and fix it, I need to get fixed permanently, so when we make the next mistake, we're on to that one. These guys have a lot to learn, from our expectations for them to offensive schemes and terminology to defensive schemes and terminology. We're intentionally throwing a lot at them. I think there's probably two ways you could do this. You could install slow and really try to get stuff dialed in, or throw the whole book at them and let them learn it and then work on the detail later. We kind of took the second route and trying to get the guys to learn a lot of what we want them to do early on. That leads at times to some execution problems, but we got summer and fall to fix those things.
Coach, talk about the overall evaluation of the wide receiver, especially velocity and talent. Still working with 4 quarterbacks right now.
Yeah, things always look better when you get close to the first game and you're running with your first group. We don't know who those guys are for sure yet. Everywhere I've been with our offense, this has happened, that we're asking the guys to run a lot more than they've ever run in any practice before. We put catapult systems on them to track their top speeds and their accelerations and their total distance. A lot of people around football are doing that. Every practice we've had in the spring has been better than anything that this team's done before prior to this spring practice. So these guys are running a lot. Inevitably, we have little soft tissue injuries then, and then you get short some guys, and the guys that are left have to take more reps, and it can cascade on you. The good thing is about a year or year and a half into being in this system, you can run forever, and that's what we need our receivers to be able to do, so we're going to keep pushing it.
A few more. Scott, you got the portal's going to open up in a couple of weeks. How do you guys, as a program and as a coach, how do you evaluate the talent that's in the portal to make sure that you guys find the right fits for you guys?
The biggest thing for me is we're starting to get a really good culture with this team. This team's starting to come together, and that's hard in this day and age with 29 new players or whatever we have, and trying to take that collection of individuals and make them a team. So the first thing we'll make sure is if there is any additions that guys are going to fit into what we're already been building. I don't think anybody coaching really likes the way everything is right now, but we will continue to look for opportunities to improve the roster and make this a better team.
I know it's still a work in progress on the field, but have any individuals stood out in terms of either what they've done or maybe off the field from a leadership standpoint?
Yeah, I think a lot of guys have. We haven't kind of intentionally not put anybody in leadership positions yet, because I think that kind of has to work itself out. Post-spring ball and into the summer, we'll start identifying the leaders and kind of empowering them to take a little more charge. Right now, everybody's new and everybody's learning new, but there's a lot of guys that have stood out to me from that standpoint.
Coach, you felt like defense kind of won the scrimmage. What was it that they brought today? What positive did you see that you could build on?
I think honestly, anytime you're installing new systems on both sides, speed to the ball and effort overcomes a lot on defense. And if an offense isn't ready to execute perfectly with speed, defense usually wins early on. We've had some good battles on the field, but for the most part, I thought the D came more ready to play and played with a better tempo and pace today, and that was the difference.
Scott, thank you.
The stadium today, how would you evaluate it? Who won today, offense or defense?
Let me see. I don't know. Defense made a couple plays. I'm biased though, so offense won today. Overall though, it's pretty good. Yeah, pretty good.
What's it like? You guys get a chance to perform in front of your family, friends, fans that come out today. How does that kind of maybe energize you guys a little bit?
Yeah, everyone wants to play good in front of their friends, family, loved ones, and whatnot. It gives us extra juice, kind of simulate as close as you can get to the game day. So, yeah, it gives me a lot of juice.
Myles, how is practice different this time than it was previous?
Coach Frost puts the emphasis on speed in everything we do. Even if you're gonna mess up, do it fast. That's the name of the game. That's the way we operate on here now. So that's really just emphasize speed. So practice is a lot faster, a lot more stuff we're doing at high speeds.
Do you like that?
Yeah, I love it.
Myles, how do you feel like you've improved throughout spring? Just like a couple touches out there. How do you feel like you've improved as the spring goes on?
I think I've improved very well. Coach Bill has been a good job at rounding out our game as a running back room. Specifically in the passing game, man, we're so good. Just like guys like AG, the freshman out there, freshman walk-on, you can't even tell, man. He's so good at protecting. He's just a freshman. Usually that's a problem with freshmen. You don't even see it with him.
Myles, Coach Frost has mentioned the culture and cultivating it over the course of this first few weeks of practice. Where have you kind of seen some growth as far as you guys banding together?
Yeah, at first, everyone's all hype, energetic. There's really not many words you need to say just because it's not really tough right now. But we had a practice the other day where it was super hot outside, and Coach pushed us the most we've been pushed ever since we've been here. He showed all the stats, and everyone grew. I feel like leadership-wise, there hasn't really been a time where you just had to just, come on guys, lock in. It's kind of just like understood at this point. Of course you got some people who just need a little extra push, and that's okay, right? But I mean, for the most part, everyone's been good.
Who's had a good spring so far? What players?
Like the running back I just mentioned, AG, man, he surprised me. He reminds me a lot of myself when I was a freshman, but he's just like way better. Like I can't even explain it. It's just some stuff like you don't expect a freshman running back to be able to do, and he does it like so good. Shout out to him.
If you had to name a highlight from today's practice, what was the best play?
The best plays was when all the running backs got in the end zone down there in the red zone, man. I think every running back got in the end zone today. That was great.
What is that you can pick up from this scrimmage that you're going to take into next week to get better?
We'd like to take care of the ball a lot more, right? The defense, that's good though. The defense is getting us turnovers. Now, on the flip side of that, when we're getting short fields, like Coach Frost said, we got to execute on those. We can't give it right back to them, right? So, probably protecting the ball more.
What do you like about the offense?
I love that it's fast. You see the way I play. When I'm tackled, I get right up. This is right up in my wheelhouse. So I like that we go fast. I like that.
You saw your source and touchdowns in open practice today. Talk about the holes that the line was opening up.
Yeah, man, those things are gaping holes. Man. Those linemen, they're real good. Coach he's got them cooking over there.
How have you seen them improve over spring?
Yeah, good. Obviously, there's going to be some bumps in the road when it first started. It's a new scheme, new stuff we're doing. But as you guys see out there, man, we were scoring back to back to back to back to back. I think at the end of practice, we did all run plays. The defense knew what was happening. We still scored, right? So that's good.
Myles, you mentioned that in offense like this, you're just jumping back up after you go down and get back to it. You're talking about the beat getting involved in a tempo like this. How are they getting back up and getting back into those big guys?
What'd you say?
How well are the big guys adjusting to jumping up immediately into that fast tempo?
Good. You know what I mean? Obviously, there needs to be 11 guys doing it, right, for it all to work. But they're coming along. They're doing pretty good. We talk about lows all the time, not just with O-lineman, D-lineman, with everyone. You're jogging, you're not going full speed, that's a low. So, yeah, we do a good job of that.
Talk about chemistry here. You guys are going to have a family barbecue over Nicholson. I mean, what is that kind of, to have an opportunity to get to maybe, family, friends of your teammates and things like that? How does that help build that chemistry for you guys?
It helps a lot. I mean, like the state of college football right now is a new team every year. No team will ever be the same, right? So getting in there, getting to meet everyone, that'll be really good.
What are you seeing from the quarterbacks?
They're good. I mean, I don't really know. I'm a running back. I don't want to say it, but I can care less. I have to worry about me. You know what I mean? That what makes a good teammate. Do your job, right? So I can't really comment on that because I don't really pay attention to them. But overall, I like what they're doing.
You said more that coaches needing less to push you guys because you guys was all understood. When did you see that change of energy? We know what we got to do on the field.
Probably, I can't remember. One of the times, and this is what I like about Coach Frost. He was brutally honest with us. Told us what we needed to hear, right? And I think the guys kind of took heed to that. And now it's more so players and less coach having to say it, right? And one thing I also like about this team is that if you're messing up, one of your teammates are going to get on you, and you don't really see people getting mad at that. That's a sign of a good team, being able to correct each other.
Are you a guy that will correct someone?
Yeah. I mean, last year, really, I was kind of just go with the flow guy, but I've kind of been pushed into more of a vocal leadership role. So I mean, I don't have a problem with it. I mean, I haven't had any guys come and tell me that, hey man, you're talking to me crazy or anything. So that's good. Also, I'm still learning myself, right? It's all new for me. Yeah.
You've played for a few different head coaches now. What's it like, working and learning from Coach Frost? What is he like?
Let me see. He's more of a he's easier to relate to because he's younger, right? So I don't know. Can't say what happens in the team meeting room, but just certain stuff. It's just man, I dig that dude, right? So the relationship that you can get with your head coach is always the most important. And I feel like everyone on the team has that.
Couple more. Do you see people embracing the Scott Frost system a bit easier in terms of player relations, player culture?
What do you say?
Are players embracing the Scott Frost system easier because of his interaction with the guys on the team and the culture that he's building?
I don't really think like that per se. I just think at first, it doesn't matter what anyone tells you. At first, when there's something new, you're gonna have your questions about it. Is this gonna work? But as you see, whenever we make big plays, the more big plays you have, the more success you have, the more people are gonna buy into it. And I think everyone's bought in.
Talk about being more of a vocal leader. How easy has it been to be that vocal leader this season?
Really, it's been easier just because Last year, I guess you could say I gained a lot of respect from the guys just because I just really wasn't a big talker. I just put my head down and worked. So it's a lot more easier because when everyone else respects you and they listen to what you're saying, they know you're not just talking their head off and just yapping all the time. I mean, it's good. So I like that. And it's twofold too, right? They get on me too. I mess up, right? And it's just quickly you go aside and we're just trying to win.
Thanks, Myles.
Thanks, Myles. Chasen, you guys had a little mini scrimmage out there today. So who won today? Was it the offense or defense?
Man, I'm gonna go with the defense, man. You know I gotta be biased, man. But offense definitely come with it all the time. So.
What did the defense do well tonight?
I feel like we did a good job at running to the ball. Like Frost said, we want to be the best in the nation at running to the ball. So that's our main emphasis every day, running hard.
Myles was talking to us earlier, said the defense got some turnovers. How big a deal is that you're able to get to the ball like that this soon in the process?
Oh, for sure. It's a big deal. Like, Coach Grant's always put an emphasis in the meeting on turnovers equals wins. Like, the percentage of turnovers we get, the more wins we get. Like, so that's just big with that. So,
You mentioned Coach Grinch. How has it been like working with him as a DC?
Coach Grinch, he's great. He come with the energy every day. I know, like, if somebody's sleeping in me and room, he gonna turn them up. He gonna wake them up. So, Coach Grant's come with the energy every day. I love it.
Chasen, you had an off season where you get opportunities to go elsewhere. What made you decide to come back here and play for someone?
Man, I'm gonna go ahead and say it, man. Coach Frost. I woke up, I seen the news that Frost was back, and Gabe there's a former player here. He was telling me about him. I was just big on Frost. So,
Did Gabe Davis, out of curiosity, he's another Sanford Seminole guy. He played for Coach Frost. Did you ever have a discussion with him? Did he ever kind of recommend Coach Frost to you?
Yeah, for sure. Like, he played with him, so he just told me everything. He stood on his morals. That just really fitted the type of player I am. So I appreciate Gabe for giving me insight on that and leaving me here because this feel like home.
What has been your favorite part about Coach Frost's system now that he's the coach?
Coach Frost, he really a player's coach. Like, a lot of coaches can act like they're there for their players, but Frost, if you're actually there every day, you're gonna see him around the players, talking to the players, and he's big on having an open office. Like, anyone can just walk in his office at any time and have any conversation. So I love it.
How is practice different this spring?
Practice is different. Like, we practice hard and long, so I feel like instead of like the little short periods, like we're gonna have more in-game scenarios, and it translates to the game more.
How does that work for you?
It works real good. I feel like I can just like it's just gonna translate to the game so easy. Like if we're Coach Grinch, he said, how is that different from the game? If you're practicing how you play, how is it different from the game? So I feel like that's how
Chasen, working with Coach Grinch and with Coach Harris, what's different about the way they want the quarterback position to work in this defense?
Well, they really want us to fly around, head on fire, and just press man. I like how they want us to challenge the receivers instead of just giving them all that space. And they want us to play ball out there.
Chasen, you had a great first season, but a lot of guys, they take a big jump going into year two. So for you, what do you need to do to take that next step?
Oh yeah, my main emphasis this offseason is playing the ball. I just want to make a play this year. I feel like last year there was a lot of plays where I was in position, but I didn't turn my head and go get that. So this year I'm definitely going to make a couple plays and turn the crowd up.
Just kind of reflect on last season. I mean, you never know which true freshmen are going to come in. I know you came in last spring and turned heads right away. That translated to playing time. So what did you kind of learn and take away from your first season of college?
For my first season of college, I really learned that it's a long season, because at the beginning of the season I was kind of down because I wasn't getting a lot of reps. So I really want to say to all the young players out there, it's a real long season. So don't get down on yourself and just have faith in God.
We talked a lot about how much speed the offense has. Does that help you guys kind of mind your P's and Q's and the mental part of the game since it's going at a faster tempo?
For sure.
Does that help them get better faster?
Yeah, there's not going to be a lot of teams that's going as fast as Frost's offense. So if we practicing against them every day, I mean, playing those other teams, it wouldn't be nothing.
Now, obviously you played last season, but there's a lot of new faces on defense. Well, there's returners too, but who's kind of had a good spring? Who's kind of stood out that you've been impressed with?
Oh boy, that boy Phil. That new face Phil, I'm talking about that. I guess they have him in a position where he's just in the middle of that field, he's just making plays. So Phil Donovan definitely.
Talk about the advantage of going against the Scott Frost offense. It has so many different looks and so many different personalities, and you guys are able to go from that, learn from that.
Yeah, man. The advantage for that is really just most offenses, they're repetitive. But Frost offense, you don't know what's going to come. So just being on your heels all the time, that just helps with that, keeping us on our heels.
What do you think watching Andrew Harris run the length of the field on a pick six earlier?
Man, Andrew, man, I love Drew. He in the locker right next to mine, so every day he just be in practice like, dang, like I need my play. So it's just great seeing the teammate make a play like that, man.
Well, Chasen, I mean, I know obviously you considered a few schools when you weren't sure what you were going to do, but how important is it for you to be a hometown hero, be a local guy? You're up the road in Sanford. Did that play a role too?
Oh yeah, for sure, man. I just feel like a lot of those kids back home, man, they need a little hope. Like, you know, in those environments, there's just not a lot to do. So I feel like just being close at home and just showing them that it's possible. No matter where you come from, it's possible. That's where it's big, being a hometown hero.
What's your expectations for yourself this season?
For myself, I'm going for All-American. I'm going for it all. Like, my expectation, I never shoot low, and that's why I feel like I did good my freshman year. So yeah.
What's it like being out here like this, practicing in front of the fans?
In front of the fans, it's great. Like, I feel like without the fans, you know, it's good and all, but when we get in front of our family and fans, it's just like, it just gives us an extra little drive. So that's good.
All right, thanks everybody.
Good stuff, Chasen. Thank you.